Hello students, in this class of ours we are going to study what is third law of motion given by Newton. So the statement of the third law of motion goes like this, that to every action there is a reaction equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. To every action there is a reaction equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. And another thing that we without fail must add here is that action and reaction never act on the same body, hence they cannot cancel out the effect of each other. Why I am insisting so hard that we must immediately after giving the statement of the third law we must state that action and reaction never act on the same body, because the people will ask you questions like this. This is a very frequently asked question. Okay, if this is a cart, let us say this is cart and this here is a horse. Let me say this is horse. My drawing is very bad, so just bear with. And this horse when wants to move, people will ask you like this: if there is a horse trying to pull the cart in the forward direction, and as per the third law of motion, if horse is putting say 10 Newton of force in the forward direction, then cart is supposed to put same 10 Newton of force in the backward direction. Then on the face of earth, no cart should ever move, but carts are moving. So how a cart actually moves, that we are shortly going to see. But please try to understand that this system when moves, a horse and the cart both are moving, then only the forward direction pull of the horse and the backward direction pull of the cart are not the only forces acting. There are large number of forces, how they are acting, that also we will see. So let me make a diagram here. Let us say this is cart and this is tied with the horse, and we just make that to indicate you this, that okay, in this direction this is the angle the horse is pushing the ground with the feet. It is inclined to the horizontal, and let us say this is angle theta. If this is angle theta and I have made a line parallel to this also will be obviously angle theta. And horse pushing the horse down earth, the ground down, is the action. This is action. So as per Newton's third law, there will be a reaction in opposite direction, also it will be equal in magnitude. So that reaction, let me say it is represented by R. Now this R is obliquely applied, it is having an angle of inclination of theta with the horizontal. So every component, the complete force R is not utilized in trying to pull the cart in the forward direction, that is in horizontal direction. The whole force is not. This has to be resolved into two components. One will be, see, little bit of trigonometry. In the class 9th, we are not supposed to know this R cos theta, R sin theta and all that. First for that we must know trigonometry. I will just tell you, you will understand it amply, clearly in your mind how the things are working, but will not go much into detail. So this component, this R, when it is obliquely, see if it is applied like this, the whole R will be utilized in pulling the cart. Then the quantity of force is R. But now say it is applied obliquely, the car wants to move in this direction, or we want to make the car to move horizontal, and the force applied is obliquely, and the angle of inclination of the force with the horizontal is theta. Then the whole of R will not be utilized in producing forward motion. Some component will be used for this, as well as another component that will try to make the movement in this direction, that is in upward direction. Though it is not going to move in the upward direction, that we will see. So if you resolve this R into two components, this will come R cos theta, and that will come as R sin theta. Now the whole of R is not trying to make it move. The R cos theta component of R is applied, and it is trying to make the cart move in the forward direction. Also, let us say somewhere here is the body. So the weight of the horse, weight of an object is always vertically downward it is acting. Let us say this is W1. So weight of the horse is vertically downward, and as a consequence of this action, this is another action by the horse. So weight is acting, one reaction will be acting in the upward direction. Let us say it is N1. So and horse is pulling the cart, say with T, and cart is pulling horse in this direction. Again say T, because these actions and the reactions are equal and opposite. This is again third law of Newton is applied here. And there will be a force of friction between the surface and the cart. anything when we try to make it move, it has got some force of friction. So this force of friction will not allow the car to move. It will try to hold the cart in the place. Now what we are doing is the cart weight also, this is W1, let us say this is W2. This also will act vertically downward, and this is the action by the cart on the ground. As a consequence of this, there will be a reaction acting in upward direction, and that is say N1, this is say N2. Now when we say the horse is pulling the cart and cart is moving in the forward direction, then all these vertical forces, they can be cancelled, they can be ignored. This W of the horse, it is acting downward, and two forces R sin theta and N1, they are trying to move. N1 is the reaction against the weight, and R sin theta is when this R is resolved into two components, it is one component of that. So since the horse is not moving in upward direction, this can be ignored, this can be ignored, this can be ignored, even this and this can be ignored. And these two vertical forces acting in the opposite directions are equal, and also R sin theta plus N1 is together able to nullify the effect of this one. So for making it easier, I will remove all these forces from here. Now you see, this R cos theta is the force responsible for taking in this direction, and this T in this direction, and this T in the opposite direction. So these two forces are equal and opposite in, so you can cancel out. They are also not going to have any say. Now R cos theta is trying to carry the cart in the forward direction, and F is trying to oppose that force. If R cos theta is greater than force of friction, this cart will be able to move. So it was not only this force, that horse was pulling with T in the forward direction, and the cart was pulling this with the T in the backward direction, and since they were opposite and equal, so they cancelled out. Undoubtedly they were equal, they were opposite, and their effect is also cancelled. But this large system that we have seen, how the weight is acting, how the force is pushing, and that inclination we have seen, and that reaction force, and then the two components. So this is how. Now the force which is able to carry the car forward in the horizontal direction is R cos theta. This is rather a component of the R reaction, and the force of friction is trying to keep it in its place. If R cos theta is greater than F, force of friction, this cart will move. It is because of this that a horse is able to carry forward a cart, but a horse definitely cannot carry forward a train. Why it cannot make a train move? Because then the force of friction between the rails of the railway track, say, and the train will be greater than the R cos theta. The R cos theta that the horse is able to produce, that is the force it wants to make the train move in the forward direction, is much less than the force of friction between the train and the track. So if this is greater, forward movement is not possible. But if that is greater, forward movement is possible. So that was one way people try to confuse us, that if horse is pulling car in the forward direction and the car is pulling the horse in the backward direction, and if these forces are equal and opposite, then why should the cart move? We have seen they are definitely equal. They are also acting in opposite directions, and they have no say. They have not contributed for the motion to take place. So this was all the system, how the things are working. Now, for next class we will see different applications of this law.